is free. Supporters can opt to buy a retail or digital copy of the game that awards an initial stock of runes, champions, and in-game money to get the ball rolling. In the long term, the game plans to sustain itself with microtransactions. But with that kind of business model yet to fully take hold in Western markets, it's anyone's guess as to how it'll all work out in the end.
It's only fun if they run.
League of Legends sticks to its lane-pushing, turret-destroying roots to a T. Tactical deceit with a heaping handful of team play and ganking is the name of the game. But perhaps more significant than any other aspect of League of Legends is its hefty roster of champions, which totals almost 40 in all. From lamppost-wielding vagabonds to fearsome rodents with blow darts, the champions are meticulously designed with their own distinct gameplay gimmicks and looks. It isn't merely enough to know what your champion does. Taking into account every one of its unique abilities, as well as how they all mix with your opponent's own, comprises a significant portion of the game's strategy and charm. The controls have taken a bit of a turn, ditching Warcraft's hotkeys for a more ergonomic setup specific to the game. Abilities are intuitively mapped and easily accessed, making the spellcasting feel effortless even in the most clutch situations. Players looking to make it on their own will find a slippery slope to climb, as League of Legends makes it immediately clear that the emphasis is strictly on the team. Judiciously timing heals, nukes, and crowd control spells in group situations is not only vital, but rewarding, making combat feel intricate and deep. Environmental elements like Brush enable stealthy mix-ups to factor in coordination. Determines how fights pan out is chock full of variables. To its detriment, however, League of Legends' complexity can also be a bit overwhelming. The game's deceptively slow-looking pace masks the chaos that can often occur in heated group firefights. It also suffers from information overload with the sheer number of skills and gear at your disposal. To this end, League of Legends employs a number of helpful countermeasures, like an organized team suggestion system and a detailed champion database. Players looking to get their feet wet can even go into bot-populated practice games to avoid the harsher online environment. Depending on the skill level of each player, matches can typically range anywhere from half an hour to well beyond that. Bitter battles can sometimes turn into desperate stalemates, making the commitment in time seem unreasonable at points. A smaller, quicker 3-on-3 variant is currently in the process of being tested right now, but if you enjoy the winding, deliberate classic Dota pace, it'll be necessary to set aside some time to hunker down for a proper match. True to its lineage, League of Legends presents its fanciful world with a distinct fantasy aesthetic that's rich in personality and even richer in hue. Champion designs benefit from a playful geometry that draws unmistakable comparisons to Warcraft. And for a fairly modest production, the game pulls off an appealing look that fits its style. Audio-wise, League of Legends conjures up a host of interesting sounds and speech.
You are null and void.
The overall quality isn't exactly consistent, but you'll definitely get a kick out of some of the cheesier lines of dialogue.
Now you see me. Now you don't. Here we go.
For all of its flaws and ambitions, League of Legends will undoubtedly go down as the first true successor to the Dota experience. As a free game, it's definitely worth your bandwidth, though whether it'll prove its worth as a paid service is still up in the air. The game largely succeeds more than it falters. Team-based strategy should not pass up this substantial gem.
Okay. Got it.